week with KARE 11. It's exciting to get the high school hockey season underway along with Mike Greenlay. I'm Pete Wagner. And Mike, I have to tell you, this is going to be a game for the ages. The Edina Hornets and the Holy Family Catholic Fire, number 2 and number 4 on the big one here tonight.
Well, Edina, they're reigning champions, so everyone's going to be gunning for them, obviously, and everyone's going to be using them as a measuring mark, as a measuring stone. So, of course, they're going to have to be ready every single game. For every other team that comes and plays them, of course, they're going to have to find a way to make that game special. And Holy Family has they have a good expectations for this year. Now they need to find where those expectations meet reality.
It's one thing to want it.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do it, right? I mean, two totally different things. They were very close last year. They played the Edina Hornets in a tough game, and I think this would be a good spot for them to see, have we matured? And the Hornets, one of the things we'll hear from Sammy Rieber in a couple of minutes is about how her team has really picked up where it left off with different people. They did lose Emma Cotter, of course, the University of Minnesota Golden Gopher player. They also lost Chorsky, who I believe is at
Harvard,
correct.
Yep.
I knew it was one of those, and I didn't want to disrespect.
Hey, don't worry. It's a smart person's school, okay?
Yeah, well, I knew it was one of those. And I also knew that Tom Chorsky would be texting me in about a minute. So we're all good there. Terrific stuff there. What we'll do now is we'll take a quick listen in with our first interview with the Holy Family Catholic Fire head coach, Randy Keppel. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here with Holy Family head coach Randy Keppel. Coach, big game for you tonight. A big chance to show yourselves on a big stage against the defending state champs. Is your team ready for the game tonight?
I think we are. There's a quiet confidence about this team. They've been through the ringer. They've been here, 3-4 years now, and the majority of them have been here together. They've learned their lessons growing up and what to expect in these bigger games, and they're also fully aware that it is one game. And with the schedule that we've put together this year, our goal is, to be ready to rock at the end of this thing and fight our way through and get better through every one of these games here. But there's quiet confidence about this crew that they know they're pretty good. If they do their jobs, they're going to be right there.
Talk about your season a little bit to date, and what have been some of your strengths of the team, and maybe some things you're looking to improve on here as the season goes on.
Some of the strengths, this group plays hard. You'll see tonight. It's not a group I need to push to play hard. They play. We haven't moved the puck nearly as well as I'd like. We've been playing 10 forwards. We've been mixing and matching a lot of that type of stuff. A lot of that might be a little bit of chemistry. I thought our last game we went more with 9 forwards. You could see some of the chemistry start working there together, but definitely got to move the puck better. Been missing a lot of the simple things, picking up back checks, a lot of those types of things. And then our power play. Last year I think we clicked at about 38%. This year we just hit a lot of pipes and done a lot of this and have put pucks away. And, you got to have a power play if you're gonna win big here at this level.
You've had a couple big additions to the program in the last couple of years, Shane Messner and Maddie Kaiser. A couple big goal scorers for your team. Talk about the importance of those two and getting the offense clicking.
Well, they're great. I mean, they're two kids that I've known and coached them and their families since they were, 8, 9 years old, I guess. So dang near half their lives, and they're competitors. It's not that they're just great hockey players, but they bring everything up. Messner shoots the puck harder than probably just about anybody in the state. There's very few that have her release and the way it comes off her stick. Hopefully you get to see that a few times tonight. And then Maddie Kaiser, I'm not sure if there's a more intense kid in the state/country the way she plays the game. When she settles down and plays, she is tough to play against. She's physical. And she's just one of those kids that you're fortunate to get a chance to coach that comes around maybe every 5-10 years.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck tonight. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you.
You know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years. Now, obviously, Ennebec Construction started that, and they're a big part of it. You know, since then, in the 20 years that Tradition's been around, we've built on to that legacy, and you know, I think we've created our own legacy and our own brand, which is pretty special and unique.
We've kind of coined the phrase between all the Tradition companies and led by the bank's Keystone program. However much money we make, we give 10% of our earnings to the community and lots of time as well.
Our business model is centered around building communities, you know, whether that's, you know, providing the dirt work or building the houses or providing the financing. We're really, our success is really part of the overall community success. The fact that we live in the communities that our customers live in as well. We're side by side with them. And really our promise to our customers would be that we reinvest back into the communities and we help make the community stronger, where if you're doing business with, you know, out-of-state competitor, those dollars are going out of state, but we're putting them right back in the community.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Nothing wrong with that. Just saying.
Welcome back to Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota by KARE 11. I'm here with Edina head coach Sammy Rieber. And Sammy, it's been a good start to the season so far. You've had to replace a lot of goal scoring from a year ago, but still churning along undefeated early. What's been some of the keys to play?
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season. 3 games in, we've got a tough one tonight against Holy Family, but it's been fun to watch the girls step up and put pucks in the net, because last year, obviously losing Emma Connor, who had the majority of our goals, can be tough, but we have goals from everyone this year, which is really, really fun, and that's exactly what we were hoping for. So girls have stepped up. We're younger this year, so they're kind of showing the ropes to the younger girls, but it's been really fun.
Yeah, coming off in your last game, a tough game with Rogers, you were able to come out with a win in overtime. What did you learn about your team in that game?
We learned a lot. There's a massive target on our back, and these girls need to know that. So every game's going to be tough. We're going to get every opponent's best game possible. So we need to make sure we show up and play our game every single game. But it was fun to watch them persevere through that and come out with a win, because it says a lot about our team.
You talked about having sort of that young element to the team tonight. One player on your roster is just an 8th grader, Lorelai Nelson. Talk about her and her game, playing at this level at such a young age.
Yeah, so it's been fun. Obviously, Lolo, being an 8th grader, we've got 18-year-olds on the team, so it's a big age difference, but she deserves to be here. She's a very skilled, smart hockey player. She might not be the biggest one on the ice, but she makes up for it in a lot of her vision and her patience with the puck, so it's been fun to watch her, and I'm excited to watch her grow.
Talk to us about Holy Family tonight. As you mentioned, a big game. What do you expect from them?
I expect their best game. They're strong, physical, they've got some skilled players, and they've got one of the top goalies in the state. So we need to bring our A game and get after them right away, and not take a second off by any means, because if you do, with their skill and their speed and their strength, they'll make you pay for it. So we got to make sure we show up for a full 51 minutes tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Back to the booth.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Braemar Arena. It's the Holy Family Catholic Fire and the Edina Hornets, as they will square off here from Braemar Arena. The teams have taken to the ice. A little bit of a later start here with a JV game that had some goals scored in it. Uma Cornier leads her squad out on a very raucous Braemar Arena here tonight. We mentioned in the pregame that the Hornets came off a very tough win against the Rogers Royals in Rogers. They enter this one at 3-0, ranked number 2. Andover still holds the number 1 ranking in the girls' top 10, along with these Holy Family Catholic Fire, who are 4th. You know, it's a different vibe from what we were experiencing a year ago, no question, Mike.
Well, I mean, as I mentioned in our open, that Edina is set themselves up, and they usually do every year as a team to beat, and so teams will always be measuring themselves up against them. And but Holy Family, they have something to say this year as well. They've got I think it's as many as 13 players that have had 3 or more goals in the past season, which means they're not afraid to touch the puck. Does it make them all natural goal scorers? No. But it means that they're not afraid to be around the puck, and they're not afraid to shoot it. And that's a good thing. It shows some good depth in their lineup.
Multiple options. This Fire team will prove to be the Hornets' toughest test, I think, next to the Rogers Royals. So that'll be a good barometer for the Hornets. Meanwhile, having played War Road Warriors, head coach Randy Keppel told me, he goes, Wags, they're legit. Good hockey team, and I think they've played some tough ones in there along with Maple Grove. So they've experienced a couple, and the goaltender that's starting here tonight for the Fire is someone to keep your eye on. Sedona Blair, as mentioned by Sammy Rieber, the Edina coach in the pregame, one of the best in the state. So we'll see her on full display here tonight.
Well, some pretty good numbers going back to last season. Sub 1.6 goals against as a sophomore. That's pretty good numbers, especially in a league where you have quite often you have some lopsided scores. So to be able to hold teams down to a level where you can be competitive, that's the key. So it could very well be a goaltenders duel here this evening.
It must be Jersey night here tonight. We have a lot of young players here.
Next generation.
The next generation Hornets. 4 titles in 5 years. Played for the final in that 5th one. So clearly, Sammy Rieber's come in here from her collegiate career. Coached here at UMD, and she's done one heck of a job. We're going to have your national anthem. Then when we get started, it'll be Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11. Opening face-off right after this. Not your fault. So we better not use it. Yeah. A lot of anticipation for this hockey game here tonight, Mike. Edina and the Fire. Edina will wear their white sweaters with their green and gold trim. Of course, do they have the Hornet on the jersey? That was a big source of controversy. We'll get into that a little bit later. And then the Fire wearing their familiar green and white roads.
There's no controversy anywhere these days. What are you talking about?
I guess waking up doesn't bring any, does it?
That's all you have to do is wake up and you have controversy.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, man.
It's so good.
You know what I love is that you mentioned Jersey night, and you have all these little, all these young ladies, all these, like, they all look about, 8 to 12 years old or that range, all these young girls. And I'll tell you what, that's how you build a program. You get the young kids excited about it. You have them come to the games, have them watch the ladies play out here, and you tell them you could be on that blue line one of these days. So I love to see the participation here by a lot of the kids.
No question. It's one of those things. I remember growing up in this very building, sitting in one of these corners. You wanted to be where you were, but it was, if you just got to the high school team, you take it. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a great thing for them to all be a part of, for sure. Opening draw from Braemar Arena as we're ready to get underway. It's going to be Jane Keel, the big overtime winner against Rogers a week ago. That's going to be pulled out of there by Maddie Kaiser. We know all about her compete level. It's legit. The Fire will play that one in back behind. That was Maeve Kelly on the play. Maxwell back over to the near side it goes for Vivian Jungles. There's a quick wrister in on goal. Stopped by Cornier.
Well, I got to tell you, I hope this pace is the same way in the third period, because a quick jump here by Holy Family, just trying to take the initiative. Won the face-off at center ice, got the puck immediately in deep, and then started a forecheck. And that's how you gain the momentum in a hockey game.
Face-off defensive zone for the Hornets win there. It's Jungles who plays that back behind for Maxwell. That misses the mark. Looking for Hannah Halverson. Keel was there to be knocked back into the corner by the Fire. Kaiser has been on that puck a lot here in the early going. Now Halverson, nice touch pass over to the near side. Retreating to handle that is Lindborg. It's Jungles back up the left wing as she's going to flip that in back in behind. Now it's going to be Paydosh on it. Rung to the left wing wall. Helmstetter plays to center. Hornets cut that one off with Tori Anderson. They'll play this one in wide of the mark as Blair looks over to her left. Back in behind they go with Paydosh. Played back around the wall. Now, I can tell you right now, you watch this Fire team, a difference from a year ago, Mike. Just their confidence on the puck is a lot higher than what I saw last year already. Oh, big contact in the neutral zone. Paydosh, there's a stick save. Blair steered over to the far wall. Camp was there for the Fire. She runs into trouble with Horton. And now it's sent through the neutral zone and no ice on the play.
Well, that contact, albeit maybe accidental, it certainly shows the intensity early in this hockey game. And just a couple players really driving for the puck and just nose to the puck right now in this hockey game. I love the fact that these girls are coming out of the gate real strong. They both know that this is a measuring stick for both teams, really.
Wojtke and Porthan on the draw. Porthan for the Hornets. To the near side it goes for Anderson. She'll be bumped. Moss, side of the cage. Knocked away from her by the Hornets. Sammy Hankinson, a veteran, back on that blue line for the Hornets. Now it's going to be Anderson with it. And ahead they go. Very aggressive back check by Lynn. They're going to be forced to touch up as Camp has to hustle out of the zone. A puck flipped to center. Cut off with the stick by Maddie Morgan. Very familiar with this Hornet edition coming from Edina. Delayed penalty coming up. It's going to be a power play for the Hornets.
Well, you got to move your feet. Tori Anderson was doing a good job of getting the puck out of the zone. I think she was near the end of her shift and wanted to get that puck into the neutral zone, at least out of harm's way of that blue line, of that transition area. And so she did a good job of getting it, what looked like attempting to get it to the red line. and she got hauled down with that second effort. And so she draws the first penalty, and the Edina Hornets go on the power play.
They'll walk this one to the right side to the Hornets with the extra player. Barrett Lindborg plays that up for Jungles. Jungles top of the umbrella, wrister deflects. Blair had the big pillows down on the ice. Halverson quickly. They transition back up to Jungles. Puck movement's quite quick here, Mike. Glove save made.
Well, it's the timing of the puck movement as well. I mean, sometimes you see a couple of touch passes, and it doesn't make the defensive structure move. And so if you're just touch passing it back and forth, they can just stand still and defend you almost.
Yeah.
But, some good timing on those passes. A pass, an adjustment starts to be made, pass goes back, all of a sudden there's a lane. So there's some smart puck movement there by Edina.
You really have to trust that player like Jungles up high atop of the umbrella as a sole player with good hands and good decision-making when the pressure comes through. And we'll see her take it right back up top here. Plays that over to the left side. She's so controlled as a player on the short list of Ms. Hockey for this upcoming campaign.
It's not like she comes from a hockey family.
No, it just. Oh, she scores! I don't know if that was redirected through, but Jungles on the power play sends it toward the net, and Edina leads 1-0.
Yeah, just as I'm saying, Vivian Jungles comes from a hockey family. She fires one at the net. It did look, at least by the goaltender's reaction, and a lot of times that's how you judge what happened to the puck. Judging by what the goaltender did, it looked like it was redirected. I don't know what player it went off of. Could have even gone off of Holy Family player, but nevertheless, it's a 1-0 Edina on that power play.
I like to call it that herky-jerky motion. When they're going one way, and it's like,
Yeah.
but you can't quite get there.
Your eyes follow it, but the rest of you doesn't.
Oh, look out, they spring a player in on knocked away on the way in. That was Maddie Helmstadter in front. That one wide of the mark.
Good defensive
Fire with
play.
a good answer here off the face-off as they came out with tempo.
When you're beat down the middle like that, there's really not a lot you can do other than be a little tricky. And that was a cagey little move, just tapping the stick on that breakaway, not getting a penalty and breaking up the play.
Enough to break up the play,
Yep.
but not enough to be sent to the bin. Ellie Chapman to the right wing, cut off through center, and here they come back through the left wing side. It's going to be the Fire. That'll be Maxwell that plays that one away. That's Maya Maxwell. Lynn, a shallow angle look there. Oh, she's going to get called for a cross-check or interference as down goes the Hornets' Taylor Porthan. Off the ice goes Cornier. Puck down low with Keeley, and they have possession. Second power play for the Hornets here. Not what the doctor ordered if you're a Fire fan.
What I do like is that Holy Family came out with some fire. I mean, they really came out with some energy. They needed to learn how to kind of maybe portion that in different spots. They've taken a couple of penalties already here now. Some physical play and aggressive play. That's great. But you got to kind of dial it back just enough that you're not finding yourself in the penalty box.
Scores! Jungles, patient, waited for an opening, and she just slithered it through. 9 seconds in, a pair of power play goals of that power play. Hornets now lead at 2-0.
Well, quarterback on the power play. Next year she'll play with her sister Tella.
And she'll be the quarterback there?
Well, maybe not as a freshman, but you never know.
I mean,
who knows? But she'll play at the U of M with her, and it's 2-0, and largely on the plays of Vivian Jungles. I didn't see the official call on the first goal. Who did they? Do we know who they?
I did not get that officially. No. They gave it to.
Yep.
There it is.
Both of them. Yeah.
So she's got them both.
So that first deflection, and I believe it was a deflection, went off of one of the Holy Angel players. This one, again, went through a crowd and found its way in the net.
Nifty move there. Nice save by Cornier. Now the Fire in control up high. Valentini pushes that wide of the mark. Whitekey was there. They'll wrap up behind the net. Swung back around up to Valentini. She'll take her wrister. Glove down. Ooh, bounding puck that got away from the stick of Kaiser. Kaiser watched by Jungles, and we had a puck played with a high stick by the Fire of Holy Family Catholic. So we'll bring it back down into their zone.
Well, this won't shock you, but last season, the junior captain, Vivian Jungles, she became the top scoring defenseman in Hornet girls hockey history. Just adding to that.
Very impressive.
Just adding to that.
with a whole year to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what's interesting is, I mean, I know it matters. I mean, think about it. They played probably 5-6 more games less last year than what the regular season would hold. So even more impressive, and she did it with a year to spare.
Yeah, and so like I said, just beating up that record.
Hammering it.
Putting it up in Gretzky numbers.
Absolutely. Oh, the old 7-point night efforts.
Well, just the
classic days.
What did she have in one of those eight-notch games that they had? Just a couple of, I think a 4-point night with a goal and a few assists against one of the Duluth teams, I believe the Stars. So yeah, she's racking it up.
She was busy. Now up high it goes. The Hornets in control. Chapman through center. Angles to the right. Shot steered aside by Blair as the Fire will look to break out. 5-on-5. It's been pretty much back and forth. It's the two power plays that have made the difference here for the Hornets so far. Pushed in deep. Lynn will chase this one down. Looks out front, up high, and that's gathered in by the Hornets. Horton, as Whitney Horton plays that time. That's knocked down and picked up by the Hornets. Maxwell plays that one. Oh, nice little move there. Porthan through the high slot area, pushes that one back into the corner. And now it's going to be Kelly, assisted in the back end by Wojtke as they'll push this one up. And do they get the line? Hornets will regroup at center, and they'll turn it up on the stick of Keeley. That'll be steered out of there by Blair. Porthan with good tempo at that center ice position. From off the end line, ooh, high slot. Porthan pushes that one wide of the mark. Now Keeley is there. She collides in the corner with Maddie Kaiser. Back up to the right wing side. Lorelei Nelson for the Hornets. She's the 8th grader, mind you. At the line. I mean, if you got a program as deep as Edina does, Mike, with the 15 A and Bs and a varsity and JV team, and you're making it as an 8th grader,
keep an eye on them.
Absolutely. Jungles reels it in. She better hurry as a nice angle was taken there by Wojtke. Jungles will calmly up the left wing wall that goes to Lindborg. Back at center, controlled by the Fire in front of the bench area now. It's going to be controlled by the Hornets' Jane Keel. Keel now to the corner, stays in tempo, up to the line. On the stick of Hankinson, left wing side Jungle, stick save. Blair, rebound, and pulled out of there by the Fire as they look to transition. Valentini.
Well, Hornets definitely aren't afraid to get in front of the goaltender, take some vision away, because that one had a chance to not only go in, but it created a rebound as well. And the 2 goals that were scored on the power play were because there was traffic in front.
Fire now will transition back in across the line as they play this around to the near side. Push back in behind the net. Nice job by Knutson. Keppel was there, over-skated. Now it's going to be picked up by Chapman. She's going to reset back behind for Hankinson. Now Chapman will be content to just flip that one up into the bench area. Not intentionally, obviously.
The Holy Family has done a good job of getting in the zone, but there is nothing around the net. Edina has done a very good job of just, keeping Holy Family away from that scoring area in front of the goaltender. Definitely doing a good job of defending.
And when you got a goaltender as good as you do in Uma Cornier, and then you're able to really limit the scoring chances in that dangerous triangle area, that is quite impressive, to say the least.
She had a shutout, it was about a week and a half ago, and that was in Duluth. It was an 8-0 win. She had 6 shots, 6 saves. When you have to face 6 shots, you better grab yourself a rocking chair and do some concentration drills.
It's hard.
It's not easy to stay in a game when you have 6 shots.
Just talking about that yesterday. Up the right wing side, here they come with it. There's a shot in on goal. Cornier the save. Going to the net with authority as the sticks get up.
I love the energy. I love that what they're bringing. Holy Family are feisty. You got to give them credit for that for sure. Maddie Kaiser, the shot came in from below the dot. Not a very dangerous shot. Cornier made the save, but boy, Maddie Kaiser said, this play is not done as far as I'm concerned. No. And she came in, a senior, came in there and just started hacking away, and she paid the price a little bit, but boy, that shows a great energy.
That was a subtle play by Halverson. She had the puck in the neutral zone, not much room to work with it, and just kind of slid it through a stick check and got it deep, and here she is on it. Halverson up to the line. That's going to be Haley Maxwell, the shot. Blair goes up with the blocker pad and makes the save. I'd like to remind everybody, tonight's coverage made possible by Tradition Companies. Check it out at traditionco.com. Of course, this is Tradition Companies Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11. It's on all the apps. You can check it out, KARE11.com, Roku, the KARE 11 streaming app, of course, on the mnhockey.tv. Sniper's Edge Hockey, snipersedgehockey.com. City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State University, and TRIA, all a part of the action this year. 15 action-packed games. And, Mike, we got 3 flex ones we're working in. Kind of like that angle.
Yeah, they definitely are flex because we saved those. We saved them just so we could say, wait a second, next week, that game, that's got to be on. That's why we held them. We held them back.
We don't want to paint ourselves into the corner. It's just ill-advised.
That's great.
From the corner it goes now. Delayed penalty. Who's this on? Hornets. And we will now see the Fire power play. Now, when you get into a situation like that where you don't want to turn it into a special teams matchup particularly, so you don't want to put a lot of pressure on your power play unit, right? But it would be pretty big for them to get something done here if you're the Fire.
Well, definitely. I mean, they, as I mentioned, they're doing a good job of getting the puck in, but they haven't really done anything beyond that. They haven't really forced Edina's goaltender to do a lot. So maybe this will be what they need.
Jane Keel says maybe not. As she pokes that one to center ice, Morgan on her. Keel fights off the check from the wall. Jungles is there as she's hounded. Now here come the Holy Family Catholic Fire across the line with Kaiser. Protects it back in behind the net as she's kept wide by Jungles. Kaiser will go for the proverbial skate. Well, that's Kaprizov-like right there. Now they'll play it over onto the left wing side. Kelly back down for Kaiser. They'll switch spots there. Back up high it goes. There's a snapper. That's wide of the mark. They'll have to hurry to get to this one. Keel can get there quickly, as you see. Keel back for the corner. Jungles had it momentarily. Kaiser gets a stick in there. Kelly to help out. Now Kelly gets that up to the line. That's going to be Paydash. That floated through. Reached for by Cornier. Now it's picked up by Keel as she slings that down the ice with 1:01 to go in the power play.
That was a good exit out of the zone with a puck there because they needed a line change and they were able to get some bodies out.
Messner now is going to guide this one up to the line. Valentini's shot wide of the mark. Keppel worked over toward the corner. Now it's going to be on the stick of Valentini. Up high to the line they go. Helmstetter back over to the far side. Tough to handle there by Limke, but they kept it alive. Nice play. There's a quick wrister. That one's going to miss the mark. Shallow angle. Helmstetter with a chance, and a rebound is trickled in on goal and stopped by Cornier. She keeps it a 2-0 lead for the Hornets.
Well, Holy Family still trying to find a way to get a high-quality chance. They're getting the puck kind of dribbling through, but great box outs in front by Edina, just not allowing any second chances, and even the first ones aren't really getting in there and testing the goaltender that much. That's one thing Holy Family needs to figure out is how to maybe create some chances, and sometimes that means sharp angle shots with players going to the net rather than trying to get it to the players who are already there.
Sometimes you can't have the offensive flow that you're used to or comfortable with, and it's getting dirty and gritty and finding ways to create there's a drive to the net there by Messner that Cornier stayed strong on.
Well, that's another idea too. Take the puck to the net. If you take the puck to the net, they've got to take the body as well, and that creates a little chaos. So they have to find different ways to get pucks and bodies to the net, and that was a good one. Sometimes you just got to take it there yourself.
Muscle it in.
Yeah.
Chapman in the circle against Camp as that's pushed wide by Holy Family Catholic. If you're just joining us, there in the dark green with white trim. Pass through the neutral zone. That's going to be gathered by the Hornets' Nora McConnell. McConnell from the corner being watched. Moss is there. Back up to the line. That's Kelly to the corner. Swung around on the right wing. Josie Lynn, she's been a physical presence here this evening. Chapman now across the line. Ooh, look at that. Inside out, but she's going to be watched there to the corner by Kelly. That one gets through center ice, and it'll make it the length of the ice for an icing call. With 4:05 to go in the first, Edina leads 2-0.
Yeah, to answer your question about special teams, you talk about getting opportunities with the power play, but what it does do is it kind of keeps the same players out on the ice a lot, and keeps some of your players on the bench. So you certainly don't turn down power plays. But
no,
it does have kind of a rotten lining to it sometimes.
It's sometimes, because you don't get the rhythm with all three of your lines to work the way you want them to, and your ones are out there a lot typically. And it can be disruptive too, as much as it's helpful.
Especially if you have a team that is going to rely on the rotation of their lines. If a team that's going to use the depth in their lineup a little bit more, that's where it makes it tough.
In my coaching days, that was something that was discussed a lot, and it was to actually rely on the lines to have their own power play unit so we can continue that flow, and that was very purposeful. And I don't know how many coaches think of it in those terms, but to me that's exactly what I was thinking of, and I think a couple of goaltenders can see that rhythm that can get disrupted from that position. Here's a look toward the goal mouth area. That's turned aside by Blair. That shot taken by the Hornets. Nelson will battle off the corner. Fire will look to chase the loose change. Poke check, knocked away. Nice play for the Hornets. That's Anderson. She'll be stopped and pushed into the corner by Knutson. Hornets will possess. Kept to the outside, though, by the Fire as they now walk to the high slot area. Now it's Maxwell with a shot. That's going to be, I don't know how Sedona Blair saw that through the traffic, but she pulled it out of there.
Well, she learned a couple of lessons early in the game, and not all her doing by any means, but when the traffic's in front, you know that the puck has an opportunity to go off something. You got to get right up in behind the defender and the forechecker in front of your net and take as much away as possible. She was able to find it through a crowd that time.
Off the face-off now, it's the Fire to flip to center. Maxwell gloves it down. Picked up by the defense of Camp as they'll find an opening and play that in deep. Anderson for Edina. She's got Maxwell with her. Seems like Haley Maxwell has been out here for years. Off the right side of the cage it goes. Valentini. They collide with authority. Back up to the left wing side. They'll cut this one back toward the slot area. Steered aside by Cornier. Turned out. Nice job. Chapman stopped on the play there. Forecheck by Messner was legit. Now it's going to be on the stick of the Hornets, Zawowski. And it's going to be a quick slapper by her. in on goal, as that's going to be stopped by Blair. And another face-off in her zone.
2 goals in this game. Both of them scored by Vivian Jungles. Both of them on the power play. And there's been no response as of yet for Holy Family.
And both of them well-placed shots.
Yep. If they did get some help. I think both of them got some help.
Rattled around, certainly.
That's why you get them to the net. And you're going to need some help sometimes.
And you know, if it's a contract year for someone down there, they're going to be making sure they look at the tape. Up high they go with Halverson, right? Played back in behind. Gathered in by Valentini. We're under a minute to play, as we heard from Pat Milan, your public address announcer. That one got underneath the stick, and the length of the ice it goes. Hornets will look to work along the wall with Halverson. Down she goes. They continue to get muddy along the wall. And did they have a penalty down low?
Hard to say. The referee is just signaling maybe the face-off coming outside the zone. I don't think they called any penalties, though. Top of the zone. Well, they're letting them, as they say, they're letting them play. I think they're doing a good job of letting them be as physical as possible without actually anybody running in each other. And I like the fact that they're letting them lean on each other a bit.
Yeah, if they're treating it like a good playoff hockey game should, even though it's not. Porthan now, if she hurries, she has a 2-on-1. Great back pressure, shot save. Blair, rebound. Scores! Oh, the Hornets came in waves. 7.5 to go in the first. They lead 3-0.
Well, a pinching defenseman chipped by them, and it was a 2-on-1. Although you got to give Josie Lynn, a freshman with Holy Family Fire, a lot of credit because she hustled back. But it was a shot, save, rebound scenario, and that rebound did go off the goaltender for another rebound, which was shot in from an angle. And I think what Josie Lynn was arguing to the referee about was that the forechecker who took the shot, the second shot, actually ran into the goaltender. But that was a lot of back pressure by Lynn from Holy Family.
She almost hurried up that scoring chance and made it more difficult to deal with for Blair. I mean, she's doing her job, but,
No, and it's one of those scenarios where a lot of pressure coming at the goaltender, and there's a couple of shots, and finally one of them goes in.
Well, if you're Sammy Rieber and the Edina Hornets, this is just the start you want. 3-0 lead here late. They'll have to win this draw here to keep it. Nice battle. Zawowski did the job. Quick shot came from the line, and that missed the mark from Olivia Paydash. But a great period if you're a fan of the Hornets, and not to hang your heads if you're the Holy Family Catholic Fire. They've got the compete and the ability to go. It's just a matter of sustaining.
Yeah, they need to get some higher quality opportunities. I mean, 2 of the goals, as I mentioned, by Edina were power plays, so they had good proximity on those shots or good reaction to the puck. And then that last one was just a great zone exit with a 2-on-1 that was followed up nicely. But Holy Family has not really had a lot of that type of opportunity. They did have that one breakaway early in the game, but it got knocked off of the stick.
Great defensive play there.
Great defensive play. So, but you can't keep saying that. It's got one of these times that's got to be. It was a great save by the goaltender at minimum, and make the goaltender make the save. And they're not getting those types of opportunities just yet.
We'll see what happens coming up here in the second period. We'll continue. It's been a pair of goals by Vivian Jungles and one more late in the period by Lorelei Nelson, the 8th grader, lighting the lamp as we take a timeout. More high school hockey action continues. It's Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11 right here at the MNHockey.tv.
it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation from almost 120 years. Now, obviously, Edina Construction started that, and they're a big part of it. Since then, in the 20 years that Tradition's been around, we've built on to that legacy, and I think we've created our own legacy and our own brand, which is pretty special and unique.
We've kind of coined the phrase between all the nutrition companies and led by the bank's Keystone program. However much money we make, we give 10% of our earnings to the community and lots of time as well.
Our business model is centered around building communities, whether that's, providing the dirt work or building the houses or providing the financing. We're really, our success is really part of the overall community success. The fact that we live in the communities that our customers live in as well. We're side by side with them. And really our promise to our customers would be that we reinvest back into the communities and we help make the community stronger, where if you're doing business with, out-of-state competitor, those dollars are going out of state, but we're putting them right back in the community.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
And we welcome you back to Braemar Arena, where it's 3-0, the Edina Hornets after one period. Vivian Jungles with a pair of goals on the power play. Terrific opportunities by her. Just pounded a couple pucks in on goal, and she might be in contention for the Sniper's Edge Hockey Snipe of the game. Also maybe the player of the game, too. She might get both. Well, you have to stay with us and find out. Once again, tonight's coverage presented in part by Tradition Companies, who have made this possible, of course, with Hockey Night in Minnesota. We started that last year. Carol Evans jumped on board. It's a great partnership for the ability for all of us to utilize the power of over-the-air television and their great web work and their digital department to be able to bring high school hockey across the state. We'll be all over with a great schedule coming up for you to watch this upcoming season. On Friday, it's going to be a game from Vadnais, the TCO Arena. It's going to be Gentry Academy and the Hunters of Duluth-Denfeld. That's going to be a lot of fun to pull that one down. And, the other thing is jump on board on the mnhockey.tv. It's from there where you can pick up some great hockey games. We have so many, it's unbelievable. Over 1,000, maybe close to, 14 to 1,500 varsity and JV boys and girls hockey games are queued up. We'll have over 20,000 boys and girls youth games available for you, all in 4K high definition video. And for associations and high school teams, a lot of them are taking advantage of the coaching tool that we have, which has also been a big part of what we do. Sniper's Edge Hockey at snipersedgehockey.com. City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State University, and TRIA, all a part of Tradition's effort to bring out Hockey Night in Minnesota, high school hockey style here, produced from the mnhockey.tv. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second period for you from Braemar Arena. Edina leads 3-0.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, Think of Belle. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen. Weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
So Annabeth Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm the third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about tradition companies is talk about the history of the company, and you know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, you know, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the tradition companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
And welcome back to Braemar Arena. We just about have a new sheet of ice all set to go. And you take a look at some of the games that are going on around town. There's one that I've been watching on the boys' side that's quite intriguing. Greenway taking on Rockridge, which is the newly formed Virginia Mountain Iron Buell Eveleth Gilbert squad, which I think is going to have some say in what's going on in that section. So it's kind of fun to watch how things are shaking up in the Section 7A. So keeping a close eye on that. 1-0 after 2. Of course, the Minnetonka girls team is in action. They are taking on the Chaska Hawks. Another really nice game that's going on out there is the Chaska-Chanhassen boys battle. And you know, the interesting part about that matchup is it's been a long run for the Chaska-Chanhassen Hawks, the Chanhassen Storm, as the Hawks have always kind of been just a little notch ahead there. But they've got some really good players coming in with the Storm, and they are starting to find a rhythm and a groove. And I think they're going to become a problem here for a lot of teams along the West Metro and in their Metro West Conference. But Matt Cook is certainly going to have something to say about that. His team off to a terrific start, 2-0 on the campaign. I mean, got to give them nothing but credit there. It's been absolutely outstanding. So, good hockey being played, absolutely, in the early going. Are there or have there been surprises? I think one of the big ones for me is with Proctor Hermantown. The girls kind of stumbled out of the gates a little bit. They've had some tough games. Doesn't mean they're not going to be there in the end, but I was viewing that as, you know, how can they lose type of team. I thought they were quite good, still think they are, but they're going to have to work their way back up the ladder a little bit, at least in our MNHockey.tv rankings. Be sure to check that out. On the website under rankings, we have the latest and most recent boys and girls rankings. On the homepage of MNHockey.tv, you can sign up for our newsletter. I mean, we're giving away wild tickets. We're giving away, just today, we did a $100 gift card to Sniper's Edge Hockey, which is a nice little get. We also gave away another $50 worth of product. And, get into that newsletter. If you buy a package, you get into the sweepstakes as well. All right, Mike, you were just in the locker room. You're a coach. What would you say? If you're Randy Keppel, I mean, it comes back to you saying generating scoring chances, zone time's fine, but get it to the can.
Well, and if you're a coach watching your team basically play perimeter hockey, that's when you tell them to start shooting the puck and send bodies there. You can't try and massage the puck to the front of the net and hope that someone's open. So there needs to be pucks coming from all kinds of directions. You can't keep waiting for that the perfect lane or that perfect opportunity. I thought on one of the plays that Holy Angels had their best chance was when they came from behind the net almost deep in the corner and just skated and drove to the net and tried to create that way. And those are the types of things that they have to do in order to get some opportunities, because they have not. I don't think they've had even one grade A chance.
And you have to have those against Uma Cornier, who is just so good.
Well, you're not going to get a lot of second chances, because if Cornier doesn't control the rebound, she's got some good defenders in front of her to clear it out. So you have to find other ways to get the puck in there.
Well, and I think for this Holy Family Catholic Fire team, they are going to definitely need to make something happen early on here. I'm seeing a definite identity of this Hornet team coming forward, and I think one of the things that Sammy Rieber talked about in the pregame was a little bit about how there's a lot of players that are contributing, and they're not just relying on one or two big guns to just kind of carry the squad. Now they're all kind of doing their part and contributing.
Well, you remember last year, and we saw enough games with Edina when you saw, Chorsky, Connor, Jungles, players like that out on the ice pretty much all the time. Well, you don't have that as much anymore. So what do you do? You have to spread it around a little bit more, and that actually I think can help a team in a lot of ways.
And the face-off win by the Fire as we are underway to start the second period. 7:30 start, a little bit later than usual. Mike and I are going to be up past our bedtime here tonight. We'll find a way, right?
We always do.
Yeah, for sure. Over the right wing side now, it's Kelly who tried to break it up the wall.
It's a west side game, not west coast.
It is a west. Yeah. But, sun does come up a little later here. It's going to be handled out of the corner. Schugel pushes that one back in behind the net. Messner looked to cycle that back in behind, but there was Haley Maxwell on the play. Now Charchenko was there. Up in the air it goes. Nice little play there. Oh, look out. Halverson nearly pool-cued it in on goal. Valentini was there. Hankinson. There's a puck off the stick of Chapman. Push back down the wall. And up the line they go with Valentini. She'll try to work her way through Zawowski, but instead it's picked back up by the Fire's camp. Check that. That's Paydash as she's bumped off the puck by Horton. And in front of the bench area it is. Now Jungles. She'll play this to the left wing through everyone, and it'll be Morgan who retreats for the Fire. Long pass is deflected off the skates. Look out, turnover, but they'll say offside at the line. Boy, by an eyelash there.
Edina in the driver's seat. That late goal was huge. I mean, from a momentum perspective, from a separation perspective, 2-0 doesn't seem insurmountable. You go to the locker room with down 3-0. You just have to think about it the entire intermission.
Those last 7 seconds? It's just those can be backbreakers and difference makers for sure. And the teams that are able to put those aside and go short-term memory are the ones that can do some damage. Now Kelly will push this one back in behind the net. Hankinson is there. Across the line, Porthan. You know, it's interesting. When the game started, Mike, there's a lot of energy. And we'll have a penalty. And going to the box will be Kelly.
Well, not what the doctor ordered here. And you know what? Again, aggressive hockey by Holy Family, great to see. But it's got to be apportioned to the right situation. And so they once again, I'll have to kill a penalty. Or try to.
Pushed up to the right wing wall. The Hornets power play time. Well, I mean, what do? Do you glue someone up top to Jungles, and then open stuff up down low for Halverson and Keel and company, or what do you do here?
Well,
there you go.
She stung you twice, so you know.
Now they put Kaiser on her.
I mean, you gotta maybe, and it doesn't mean just overtly trying to take that lane away, but you know, you got to shade over to her a little bit more, and maybe understand that that's where the puck's gonna go. At least force them to move the puck in other areas, because if you let them have their way with the top of the umbrella there with Jungles, they're going to eat you alive.
Randy Keppel put a couple of competitive players. That one deflects up over the net and off the netting. The first one he had up top was Kaiser, and now joining her is Wojtke. They're just kind of trading off there. Valentini also out. Paydosh for the Fire. Keel the draw for the Hornets. Zawowski was there. And that'll be wide of Cornier, who's just going to let Jungles guide into that one. Wojtke. Ooh, student section loved the old house she going there. Left wing side, the Hornets through center ice. That was Keeley on it. That was Keel, rather. Now it's going to be Zawowski toward the slot area. Knocked away for the Hornets. Zawowski again. She'll carry this one up high. Nice little pull move there. Jungles, quick mitts, slot, shot. That one's off a pair of skates. Valentini took away that bid from Keel. Now Jungles, a left-hand shot off wing. Nice pad save made by Blair. Adjusted neatly. Wraparound attempt. Door shut by Blair. That was Halverson. Now it's going to be Zawowski with it, rink wide. Quick wrister. Leaned into there by the Hornets Lindborg, and up and out of play it goes. 21 to go on the power play.
Well, much better job, better movement defensively by Holy Family. Taking away some of those lanes, making Edina actually have to move the puck more than maybe they would like. Edina wants to make a couple passes, or one or two passes, and then get a shot. They're forcing Edina to actually have to figure out different lanes and different opportunities.
And they're keeping them moving their feet too. And so often you see power plays, even at the highest of levels, where they're just stationary. And this Hornet team is definitely moving and rotating, and getting open, and forcing this Fire team to perhaps bite. But that was really good box situation there by the Fire. Sent back through center as they kill it off. Stepping on the ice is Kelly. Now the Hornets will turn this back up ice with Anderson. Anderson from center, watched on the play by Kelly. She plays that ahead. That's Lynn with it. She plays this back in behind the Edina net. Maxwell plays to the right wing side. On the breakout they go with it. Not so fast. That's cut off at the line. Messner carries in. Oh, penalty on the play. They've got a tripping call coming up. And this one again will be on the Fire.
Well, this is not going to help them out. Again, you have the same, usually a fairly similar group of defenders out there. Goaltenders forced to be in the crouch a lot, especially when you take penalties back-to-back like this.
Maddie Kaiser goes for the trip. Zawowski back up to the top. There's a chance and a rebound. Blair Paydosh were both there. But this gets back into what you're talking about. You know, when you're defending like this is going to be tough for the Fire. They gotta find a way to get back to 5-on-5.
Well, that's where they want to be expending their energy. They're doing a good job of it in the first, but you're wasting your energy killing penalties, and you're going to be third period's going to be awful rough, even if you play 5-on-5 the whole time.
Oh, Keo with a redirect.
That was definitely a design play. Jungles fed that to the inside hash mark, and it was Jane Keel with a good redirect. The shot did come in from quite a distance, so it didn't have a lot of steam, but the redirect still could have found its mark.
Redirect again.
Well, and that's actually an example of how good a job on the penalty kill that Holy Family's doing, because it's forcing Edina to have to change things up. The last three sequences here have all been a pass with a redirect, a pass with a one-time attempt, so they're not hanging on to it very long because Holy Family's doing a better job of taking lanes away.
And right now they've got a shadow. Wojtke has not left the side of Double Deuce of Jungles on the Hornets. She has now, but she knows exactly where she is. They're not going to let her shoot that puck again. You know, this is where a player like Jungles will just kiss it off the glass in deep. Halverson will play it. And back in behind the net. Over to the right wing side. Keel for Halverson. Pad save Blair. Keel again. 35 to go in the power play. A snapper that's blocked again. Oh, that's picked up by Halverson. Backdoor attempt. That's off the skate of Lindborg. Played back to the corner. Halverson again. Spun away from the puck. Lindborg comes away with it. 15 on the power play. Paydosh was there. Rister, oh, that one nearly found the top shelf. Zawowski is there. Now it's Jungles. Back in behind for Halverson. Paydosh. Oh, they cut that off at the line. Zawowski with a nice play. Rister, that's over the glass.
They need a whistle because they need to change some bodies, but getting pretty tired out there.
And guess who just changed? The Hornets.
Yep.
They've got the fresh legs out, and we'll see.
And there's the long change period, so it makes it even more difficult.
They got one off. Did the Fire in Wojtke. Paydosh, she's been out for a while. Porthan tried to muscle to the net. Oh, that one goes through the goal mouth area. That bid from Nelson. Looking for goal number 2. Now here's Kaiser with it. Uh-oh, they got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Kaiser carries it wide, but Porthan committed to the back check. Nice work off the end boards. Porthan is muscled, and it's going to be pulled and handled back out of the zone by Keeley. Around the back door it goes. That's too far for Keppel. And the Hornets control again. Now it's 5-on-5, looking like a power play. This has been a great period, but a turnover forced by Messner. Messner from center. Try to push that down the wall. She gets a little bit of help now along the way with Keppel. Keppel will try to play that one into the corner. That's knocked back to the line. Valentini is there. That hits traffic. And to center ice it goes. Pushed off the near boards. Hammered in by Morgan. Forecheck continues for Lynn of the Fire. Now it's going to be knocked off the stick of Helmstetter with a nice physical play, but they find possession. Valentini, a shot fanned on it off the heel of the stick, and here come the Hornets back in transition. Across the line they go with it. Off the stick it goes of Kilberg as she'll be watched on the play. There's a wrister. No, nice stick save by Blair. That took another direction on the way in. Stayed focused on that. And here they come. It's going to be Helmstetter with it. Pushes this one back in behind the net. Jungles had a hurry as she had trouble from Wojtke. Nice job at the wall there to protect that one. Fire will push this one down the wall. That's Libby Camp on the play. And from center ice, it's going to be gathered across the line by Kilberg, but pulled away from her by Kelly. Kaiser walks this one down low. Ooh, she toes the line neatly in front. Shot. Rebound. Puck still loose. Courtier sprawls. Puck still loose. Penalty coming up on that scramble, but that was a legit scramble. And the goaltender stood firm on that. Very athletic.
Well, that's the best opportunity or best sequence of the game for Holy Family. They not only get a couple of grade A chances, they draw a penalty in the result as well. So a great response there. After having to kill a couple of penalties, they go down and force Edina to have to take one on them. See if they can make something work here. This is a huge power play here for Holy Family to try and at least get the momentum pointed back the other way a little bit.
Well, that was as good a set of chances as they've had right there. Lindborg goes for the check. Morgan now off the boards, but good position there by Jungles. That's the next level play right there. Got the body inside, Mike.
Just great read.
Yeah.
Just read the play well before it was happening. Don't play chess against her.
Kaiser with it across the line, pickpocketed, and it'll be regrouped back in the neutral zone. Kelly over for Morgan. Turned over. Here comes Halverson. She knows what to do with it. Oh, and it's knocked off her stick. Good defensive play by Morgan to cover up there. Now Kaiser walks away with it. Here comes Kaiser from the left wing, in control. Leaves this one off to the left wing side for Keppel. Now to the line, Paydosh. Shot. Ooh, Cornier doesn't have her stick. She came across and made a nice save with the upper body, had both gloves up in the air. Now to the line it goes. Now Valentini over the left side, Paydosh, wrister. That one was gloved down by, it almost looked like Jungles made the glove save, but it deflected in on goal.
Now, Holy Family making a bid here. A couple of good opportunities, a couple of scrambles in front. They're starting to get those chances that eventually pay off. And when you get a little bit of confusion in front of that goaltender, everybody starts doing things differently. You know, once the chances start to ramp up a little bit, defenders start doing things a little bit differently because they immediately think, well, we're not doing enough, and then they start doing too much, and then all of a sudden it's like a wave of opportunities.
Were you just listening to my last podcast?
No, is that what
we were talking about? It doesn't matter what level you're at, where it's like human nature in the defensive zone to do more than you should, and then you get spun out of position, and then you cannot stop it.
Well, it's a wave. I mean, it just because then everybody feeds off of that, and they all start doing it, and then next thing you know, everybody's out of position because they all think they have to help each other instead of just doing your own job. So that's kind of the sequence we're seeing a little bit. Obviously, it's being helped by the power play here, but now what they need to do is finish it off by getting a goal. This will be a huge momentum shifter if they can do that.
Off a stick to center ice. Valentini is there. Down the wall, cut off. That's Limke with it. She comes together with Zawowski. Now up the wall. Look out. Mester nearly took that one off the bucket. Cut off behind by Blair. Edina kills the penalty. We're now 5-on-5. Back up through center. It's Helmstetter. Helmstetter try to edge her way toward a shooting angle. Instead at the line, it's deflected. Ooh, look out. Takes a bounce. Some good looks here by the Fire here, as they'll get one player off the ice. Hammered to center. Hornets look to alleviate that pressure. Paydosh. You know, when a team's forechecking well and all three are in the neutral and the offensive zone, pucks are hitting them, or they're forcing turnovers with sticks. You're seeing a lot of that coming up from the Hornets here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of unforced error. Well, what seems to be unforced errors by Holy Family, but maybe they are being forced.
from the near corner. That's chopped at. Lynn Charchenko supports. Now the Hornets control. That's Maya Maxwell wearing sweater number 5. Be shoved up the boards by Kelly through center. Maya Maxwell will retreat back into her own zone with Vivian Jungles looking on. Hornets that rush through center. Keel a quick wrister, stick save. Valentini is there. She guides it ahead. That gets away from Jungles, and they're going to call an icing on that one. I've always wondered about that. Looked like she could have played that puck, right? I mean, let's say, or like you know, you can kind of get the alligator arms.
Oh yeah.
Do you wash that off?
You gotta know how to lollygag at the right times in order to, you know what I mean?
I know.
You gotta sell it though.
It is an art form.
You gotta sell it.
No question. Kaiser tossed. In comes Wojtke.
Oh, what a shot.
Wow.
Man, that was a perfect face-off win. Right to the tape of Lindborg, and she snapped that one off. Great save there by Blair. That was a quick bang-bang play.
And think about how quick Keel got that thing back there.
Oh, I know, and it was just right to the tape. I mean, that's a face-off win when you can put it right on the tape.
Now she's a left-hand shot, so she just opened up here, and she's going to push this one off the boards if she can. There she goes. Boy, absolute face-off machine. Oh, look out. Fed out front. What a chance there. That's 2 grade A's for Lindborg right now.
Lindborg tried to go up high on both of them, and Blair was equal to the task. Both excellent opportunities off of face-off wins.
Messner has that knocked away. Keel. That's off a pair of skates. She'll come back away with it. Messner, Kaiser. Kaiser will race up the left wing side. 3 players converge on her. Ooh, nice job to the slot area. As they'll knock that one back in behind the net for Kaiser. She bumped into there. Paydosh down the wall off the end boards. Now Jungles gets a piece. It's kept alive, and the Hornets will work it out of the zone. Now Paydosh. Morgan back to Paydosh. Who do we have? We had a player right up the middle there. See, a lot of young players might shy away from that pass up the middle like that. There's a chance, a shot on goal. Blair the save. Ridden off the puck for Edina is Horton.
3 very good saves here in the last minute and a half by Blair. That last one, when a player's cutting to the net like that can be tough. And here's another one.
You know, when you think about it, when you compartmentalize it, you had 2 really good shots on a power play and a last-second goal in the period. Otherwise, she's been perfect in goal.
Well, she's done a very good job. Like I said, I think those first 2 goals, 99% hit something. They definitely hit something. And then the other one was second rebound. So she'd made 2 saves already before the 3rd shot had gone in.
So she's done her job.
She's done a good job. Yeah, no
exactly.
question. No question.
Back into the neutral zone. Chapman with it. That's on the stick of Keppel. She gains zone, but they're caught in offside. They'll take it back to center ice with 1:53 to go here in the period.
They need a little bit of magic here. Holy Family needs a little magic in this last couple of minutes.
Yeah, the goal here for them would be huge. I think the thing that's standing out to me about this Hornet team is the balance. Brought it up earlier. Back in across the line they go with it. It's chopped in by Camp. They run into a Hornet player, but there's Valentini, quick wrister. Wide of the net. Messner gets a little bit of help from the left point from Kelly to try to slide that one through traffic. Chip to the glass to center. Chapman will get it in stride. Kelly was there. Now it's Horton Horton will throw it back in for the Hornets. Now Kelly takes over. Ooh, they jumped the route there. Push down the wall. It was McConnell on the play for Edina. Now Valentini runs into a forecheck.
Well, you watch Edina whenever they do pinch. Whenever they pinch, they got that center, they got that forward covering. They're very disciplined like that, so it makes that defender's job so easy to dive into the zone and, like you said, jump the play there and jump in and steal that puck and get it back deep because they know they got to cover.
You can take a chance without really taking a chance.
Yeah. It's like stealing second base while keeping your foot on first.
I'd love to see that. Right wing pass off the draw for Limke. Poke ahead to Nelson. Nelson loads up. Try to find the oncoming Keeley, but the back-checking efforts for the Fire came true there. Here's Keeley again. Porthan was there, knocked to center. Now Jungles with it as she's going to look over to her right. Nope, she doesn't like it. She's going to just gather it in behind the net and protect. Jungles rings the boards to the right wing side. Nelson was there. 10 seconds to go. Nelson back in across the line. Tried to find a pass down the slot to the oncoming Keeley, but nothing there, and that'll do it for the period. Well, they held serve at 3-0. The Hornets with 3 first-period goals. We'll take that into the third period here as we get ready for intermission.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pushback, and that's good. Had some better chances, had some of the grade A's that we said that they did not really have in the first period. So, the question is it enough to push them to the next level in period number 3? Hard to say. They may just end up running out of time by the time they get to the promised land there.
So we'll take a timeout as high school hockey continues with Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11 right here at the mnhockey.tv.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
So Anabec Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm a third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about Tradition Companies is talk about the history of the company, and it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the Tradition Companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
And we welcome you back to Braemar Arena, home of the Edina Hornets, who lead 3-0 over the Holy Family Catholic Fire. You're watching Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11. You can find the games on the KARE 11. Wow, it's loud out there. The KARE 11 app, KARE 11 Roku, the Fire app as well, KARE11.com, and their YouTube channel, as well as ours right here at the MNHockey.tv. There's really nowhere you can't not get these games. So Brandon Spratt, who did our interviews, terrific job at the beginning of the game.
Thanks,
has
Wags.
some thoughts from ice level.
Yeah.
As you saw a few things. So I got to ask you a quick question. What's the feel of the bench from the Fire? I mean, they're obviously frustrated in the first period, tried to change some things in the second, generated some chances, but what's the overall feel there?
You know, I thought after those first 2 goals went in early, they didn't really lose that confidence. You know, they didn't really look shaken. And I thought they had, especially in the first period, some stretches they played pretty well. Hard to say after that third goal went in what that would do to the bench. Obviously, it was so close to the end of the first period, but I thought 5-on-5, I think they've looked pretty good. It's just they've been shorthanded so many times, haven't they? But I thought both coaching staffs, it's been really cool to just sit between the benches. I try to get as close as possible in there, but both coaching staffs really working with their players individually, really doing a great job of that, I thought. Coaching up one-on-one, and yeah, it's cool.
Did you learn a lot?
Well, I can't really hear much myself, but it looks like they're doing a great job.
That's terrific. Well, it's a great high school hockey game here. It's a good one to start off the season. You had a couple of great interviews to start, and we appreciate your contributions here. It's 3-0. I might have you check the out-of-town scoreboard for me, and we'll take a look at the out-of-town scores in a couple of minutes here. We'll take a timeout as high school hockey continues. Don't forget, tonight's coverage is presented by Tradition Companies, Sniper's Edge Hockey, City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State University, and TRIA. More coming up in a moment.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Hockey Night in Minnesota, streaming proudly, sponsored by City and County Credit Union.
You know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation from almost 120 years. Now, obviously, Ennebeck Construction started that, and they're a big part of it. You know, since then, in the 20 years that Tradition's been around, we've built on to that legacy, and you know, I think we've created our own legacy and our own brand, which is pretty special and unique.
We've kind of coined the phrase between all the nutrition companies and led by the bank's Keystone program. However much money we make, we give 10% of our earnings to the community and lots of time as well.
Our business model is centered around building communities, whether that's, providing the dirt work or building the houses or providing the financing. We're really, our success is really part of the overall community success. The fact that we live in the communities that our customers live in as well. We're side by side with them. And really our promise to our customers would be that we reinvest back into the communities and we help make the community stronger, where if you're doing business with, out-of-state competitor, those dollars are going out of state, but we're putting them right back in the community.
Welcome back to Braemar Arena and Hockey Night in Minnesota. Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota. By the way, I've been partnered up with them for quite some time, and I'm very honored to do the work we do. Very supportive of the communities and youth sports. Nothing more evident than their outreach to multiple areas within the community. Check them out at traditionco.com. Also, City and County Credit Union, St. Cloud State University, TRIA, and Sniper's Edge Hockey, part of tonight's production. At the end of the game tonight, we're going to have the Tradition Company's Player of the Game and the Sniper's Edge Hockey Snipe of the Game. I'm sure we might know where that's going to go. Out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah, let's start it off. Keep it in the girls' high school ranks. Minnetonka is a 6-0 winner tonight over Chaska.
A runner.
Yes, a runner. Speaking of Chaska, on the boys' side, they lead Chanhassen, their rivals, 3-2 in the third period.
Ooh, a nail-biter.
A nail-biter. And
Matt Cook is struggling tonight.
And Shakopee has a 3-1 lead late over Hopkins over at the Pavilion.
What's the score?
3-1, Shako.
Oh, tight one.
So a
Did I
good
see
game.
something about Hill Murray and BSM?
I have a 3-3 game between Hill Murray and BSM coming down the stretch up at the Rec Center.
Final?
Has not gone final.
Is that that's not at the Rec Center.
Oh, is it at Hill?
It better be at Hill because we're not there.
Oh,
or are we? Maybe we're.
No, I think you're right, but I got the score anyway. So Hill and BSM.
Now you got me freaked out.
3-3. No, I think you're right. I didn't see it on the sheet.
It's because my buddy Paul Ranheim is out at doing some scouting. All right, Brandon, thank you for joining us here. We'll bring Mike Greenlay back into the fray as we. Hi, camera. So now you know what it looks like behind the scenes. Full-on lounging, hanging out, getting the job done. So Mike Greenlay is just joining us right now, and Mike is on camera lounging, and I didn't even know it. So you better be on your best behavior here as Mike is loading up the headset here. So there you go. I mean, Brandon jumped in between. He said that both benches on the coaching side was very active. There have been a lot of coaching. And he said one of the things they were very clear about was the adjustment that they had on Vivian Jungles, putting a player, just really turning it into a 4-on-3 power play down low and taking her away. I wonder if other teams will employ that.
Well, I'm sure they'll try, but there'll be a response by Edina as well. Jungles is a top-notch player, no question, but they have other shooters, and you saw that once they'd taken Jungles away, they were still getting some very close opportunities on some one-timer chances. So that's still a possibility. But it's hockey's cat and mouse, right? Someone takes something away, you make an adjustment.
It is.
So that's how it works.
I think Randy Keppel and Corey Peterson on their bench at Holy Family Catholic have to be pleased that they were able to slow the scoring down, create some chances of their own, get some chances on the power play as well. And I can't say enough about the goaltender. I think Sedona Blair has been absolutely terrific.
Done a great job, and she's a big reason why if Holy Family comes out quick here, they have an opportunity. But they have to strike here. I think in the first 5 minutes of this third period, just to make it a game, just to make it a situation where Edina might make some adjustments that they don't really necessarily need to make. So we'll see how the response is here.
You know, when we were referencing Hannah Chorsky in the early going, and I was concerned that I'd let you be the one to call out the school, not me, I just got a text from Tom Chorsky. So welcome aboard, Tom. Glad to have you with us. He didn't hear that part, I don't think.
No.
But
was I right?
I think so, yeah.
I think I'm right.
Well, I like line of the night, one of those smart schools. There's a rebound attempt. Oh, a big chance in front for Kaiser, but Cornier fought it off. Now the Hornets Halverson carries up the left wing side. She pulls up, shoots. She wanted to go high, short side, but Blair gets the big stick on that and deflects it up and out of play.
Well, just a shot in from distance that created a rebound, and a very rare moment where a Holy Family player was all alone in front of the net, and that's the kind of opportunity that can find its way into the back of the net. That's where you got to finish.
Jungle's back in behind. Olivia Paydosh will watch the carom up high. McConnell was there. Down the wall it goes. They'll load and shoot. Pad save. Blair gathered in neatly by the stick of the defense. There's Kaiser. A nice battle along the end boards with McConnell. They'll let him go on that one. Like it. To the line, but not out. Poked away. There's a quick shot that's buzzed wide of the mark. Knocked down by Limke. Limke plays it over to the far side. Keppel. And now down the wall it goes with Helmstetter. Back up to the left point. Valentini took something off that one. It missed the mark. Keppel. Quick feed out up high it goes. Valentini is there. That's cut off by Keel. And it's going to be handled by Morgan. She'll gain the line. She has numbers with her across the line. A drop pass. She'll go to the net looking for the redirect. Ouch. That hit Zawowski and went up and out of play.
Yeah, right off the top of the knee there, and a good block shot. Little drop pass there, and attempt to take a slapper and get it at the net with hopefully some rebound, but
back up through center ice. Hornets, Whitney Horton with it. I've been watching Whitney Horton's ascension through the game and the ranks at the youth levels. She's a prolific scorer. It'll be fun to see what she can do through the next 4 years at the high school level as a freshman on this Hornet team. Now it's Anderson. Up and out of play it goes. Good start to the period for the Fire.
I think they know they have to do something here fairly quick to get any kind of momentum going. They have not had any kind of sustained pressure in this hockey game yet.
No, not a shift after shift type of scenario. The Hornets have been really efficient in getting the puck out of the zone. Maxwell now will carry from the right wing side as she works it up.
Definitely no freebies.
No.
There have not been any gaffes defensively by the Hornets.
Messner is there, rolls it to center. Nice job to try to keep that puck alive, but positioning put in there by the Hornets defensive, Tori Anderson. Haley Maxwell, now it's on Porthan's stick. try to pull a move through the defense who weren't impressed as they play this one back up through center. Now it's going to be Messner. Quick shot high off the glass. Keppel will retreat from the line, kept it alive, but Hornets will work it out of the zone with Keeley. Push back in behind. Blair will cut that one off. Now it's picked up by Kelly. She has some real estate. She's going to grab it. Plays this one up on the tape through center for Helmstetter. Oh, nice feed there. Quick shot and a glove save made by Cornier.
That was a nice little play. Good play there. Kelly with the final shot. Didn't get all of it, but still made Cornier reach down with a glove hand there. But starting to piece some things together here. The game's gotten better and better from the beginning of the second onwards for Holy Family. And see if they can kind of cap it off here.
Oh, turnover in front. That was off Jungles. Oh, Cornier got the skate over there as Helmstetter wanted to try to push that one through, but Cornier gets the skate down. Cut off by the Fire. The Hornets touch that one to the line. That's bumped down. Helmstetter was there. They'll be offside. Quick jump into the zone there.
Well, a little bit of a delayed line change there by Holy Family, trying to get some fresh bodies out there, and they just couldn't sustain the zone while they were doing it.
Maya Maxwell to Zawowski across center. Trying to work her way inside on Valentini, who shut that one down. There's a quick shot that's up high off the glass. Maxwell is there again. There's a pair of Maxwells out right now. A little short hop into the glove of Blair, and she'll cover up.
Well, if you don't force the issue, the team with the lead will be content to just go business as usual, which Edina right now is they're not really forcing, keeping the puck. They're maintaining it. They're managing it very well, and they've been disciplined in this hockey game.
That's the part that's impressed me the most. They're definitely playing the way Sammy Rieber would like them to play. And she's a very detailed coach. And details matter to her and her teams, no question. Puck is pushed back in behind. As the Hornets Anderson to make the play. Off the stick of Horton, back up through center ice. Horton comes back with it. She's going to play in deep. Kelly to the right wing. Kaiser across the line, pulled in offside. Boy, they've taken Kaiser and really neutralized her game.
Well, they've neutralized everybody's game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a team here, Holy Family, I think, 8 seniors, 6 juniors. So they're a veteran team. They're a veteran team, and they've been around the block in the high school hockey, that's for sure. And this could be the year where they really make some noise, but Edina finds a way to defend pretty well.
Swung back in behind the net. Fire will play to Helmstetter off her skate. Porthan always plays with a high tempo. Puts that one in on goal.
They just keep coming at you, though. I mean, as I said, Edina's just managing the puck really well. They're not making any mistakes with it. They're not giving it up. They're just managing it really well. And you keep that on the offensive side of the red line, you're not going to have to worry about too much unless someone forces the issue. So right now, Edina just getting the puck in. When they have a chance, they'll get in and get a shot on net. But other than that,
it's almost like a running game in football that's working.
They're not taking any risks. They're which they don't have to. They're just playing smart hockey here.
Shot came in on goal from Jungle. She's probably got 4 or 5 of those already tonight.
Yep.
So,
couple goals.
Blair looks on to her right for the faceoff with 11:24 to go in the third period. Hornets will push that one down. Around the wall. Chip to center. Nice little play there. Here comes Kaiser. She was on her forehand there. She pumped that one in on goal. As that was Cornier with a nice glove save. So Keel and Kaiser once again will face off in the Edina zone. That's blocked by Halverson. Back into the fire zone it goes. Kelly comes away with it. She overskates, pulls it away from traffic. She looks up to the right wing side. They'll chip this one to center. And now it's going to be gathered in by McConnell. And over to the right wing side. That one's wide of the mark. Fire again with a chance out of the zone. And here comes a foot race to the corner. McConnell watched by Keppel. Keppel and McConnell will tie up as Messner comes in to help out. Now there's Halverson, finds an opening. She's just going to take the icing call and toss it down the ice.
State 2 AA champs 4 of the last 5 years. Edina Hornets.
Pretty crazy, isn't it?
It is. It is pretty amazing.
They've all come under the same head coach. She might still be single-digit losses. I have to look at the number, but it's a ridiculous situation. Really, really. I mean, I keep wondering. Okay, I mean, I know she's got a great job and everything, but when are the colleges going to say, "Hey, let's go," or the next levels? I mean, why not, right? Keppel, Helmstetter.
Well, they got plenty of alumni.
Someone could take over. Well, I don't think she'd pull a Brian Kelly and pull out come playoff time.
No.
I've never understood that. You recruit a player, right? And you say you got to be loyal to the brand, loyal to the logo, and then you leave? That's kind of funny. That's pushed back over. I guess that's how it is these days, though. Swung around the wall. Zawowski was there, loses an edge. Back at center ice, it's going to be Lynn. And now it's Jungles. Her shot is blocked. And a head up off the right wing side it goes. That's off the stick of Hankinson, who retreats back into her own zone. She's cut off on a nice forecheck by Charchenko.
Oh, boy.
Big collision
there.
There
are a few collisions here.
3 players went down. I think that was Kaiser, Porthan, and Charchenko. Sounds like the law office is of. Back in behind. Hornets with a chance. Low slot area. Nice job to block that one down low. I believe that was Paydosh that made that play. Into the offensive zone. Now it's Mackenzie Moss. Pushed toward the slot area. Moss will race that one down from the right wing, but now Jungles for the Hornets back up through center. 8.5 to go in the third. Jungles with it. Rister in on goal. She's bidding for a hat trick. She's got 2 here tonight. Back at center. Lindborg finds some room. Ooh, she nearly went high on Blair. And now it's going to be gathered back out by Halverson. Hannah Halverson plays a well-fought game with skill, and she's a heck of a player as a sophomore. Watch this kid go over to the right wing side.
One thing Edina does so well is they rotate the puck back out of harm's way when they need to buy themselves a little bit of time and space. They're not afraid to, just kind of hinge that puck back to their D, to the other side, up the other side, and in. And, that kind of puck management, maintaining it makes such a difference.
Quality regrouping, possession, it all plays into one. I think when you watch that's almost an artful way of playing the game.
It's
fun to watch.
It's management. It's ice management, puck management. I mean, you just you control the game that way.
And it takes trust. You trust your players. You go D to D, go back up the middle, swing it back out wide, start over. Now it's on the stick of Edina's defender, Tori Anderson, cut off at the line. Look out, there's a chance that's blocked. Anderson was bumped into by Lynn. That's Josie Lynn, the freshman. Now Anderson kicks it back on the stick. Off to the left wing side it goes for Horton. Horton's wrister all the way around to the far side. Messner was waiting for it, took an angle, and now she's going to try and muscle it ahead, but there's Zawowski with a stick right in there. Through a screen in on goal is Cornier. Squares up to that one, makes the save, and hangs on. So Kaiser to draw in against the Hornets. Chapman. They're waiting for Horton to get off the ice. She does. Wrister hard in on goal, stopped by Cornier. Kaiser's chopped at there Kaiser and Camp there were chopping at the Hornets, keeping it alive. Too far for Porthan. Paydosh comes away with it. Porthan's going to force her. She's got the wheels. Back in behind the net. There's Chapman. Valentini was there. Wraparound attempt. Blair's there with the pad down. And Messner comes up with it. Shea Messner stopped on the play there by Ellie Chapman. And now it's going to be Paydosh again up for Messner. Off the boards. Nice bump pass there. Now it's played out front. That's going to be picked up by Chapman as she'll look up to the left wing side. That's knocked away from Porthan, and back in is Morgan to regroup. Porthan watches her. Down to make the play off the wing is Limke as she looks ahead. Now Haley Maxwell plays this one. That's turned up by Knutson in front of the box area. Not a penalty here in this period. I think I just jinxed it by saying it, but it's been infraction free. Now to the right wing they go. There's a wrister. Blocker pad save. Blair. Knocked up the wall by Morgan. Now it's Lindborg waiting for it. That was Keel. Bounding puck. Lindborg to the backhand. Couldn't pull the trigger.
Lindborg's had a few chances in this game.
Yeah,
especially in the second.
Yeah, on the right side with a couple of looks. The left-hand shot. That one, another one was turned aside by Blair. And now the Fire look to transition through center. Edina will regroup in their own zone. Maxwell will put on the brakes and go the simple breakout to the left wing side. Lindborg for Halverson. Halverson will try to muscle it in deep away from Knutson. Now from the corner, it's going to be picked up by Kelly. Kelly tries to fish that one ahead. And there's a puck that's just going to be dumped in by Lindborg as she'll get to the bench after a decently long shift. Now it's Jungles. There's a quick wrist shot. Save, rebound. Scores! Second effort there by Edina's Audrey Keeley. And the Hornets take the 4-0 lead.
Well, Holy Family had not really mounted any kind of charge in this period. It was just a matter of time till the well-managed game of the Edina Hornets was going to produce another opportunity or two, which it did. And this time, again, a second shot, rebound type situation.
That almost felt like a soccer buildup, you know, when you can feel it kind of evolving and happening. And then there's the goal. Jungles with a big clapper. That one misses the mark off the end boards. Porthan is there. And now it's going to be picked up through center ice. Here come the Fire 2-on-2. They cross at the line and offside the play.
Well, Edina's done a good job in this hockey game right from the beginning, taking advantage of power plays in the first period, doing a good job of holding off any pressure in the second that Holy Family had. And they did establish some opportunities, Holy Family did in the second period. But in the third period here, it's really been just a puck management game by Edina that's allowed them to just continue to control the puck, control the pace. And now they've scored to make it 4-0 and effectively end this game in many ways.
Oh, there's the penalty, see?
Yeah.
Horton's going to go for a trip.
This is one of those won't matter penalties. Goal or no goal.
Yeah, either way. Work on the special teams, right?
Well, I mean, in order, I think really in order to come back in a game, you have to be peppering, you have to be forcing, causing turnovers, all that. And we just haven't seen that.
Valentini gets that one up high. Helmstetter. Limke off the boards. Messner finds it from the right circle. Fanned on it as she tried to feed that one through to Keppel. Now Valentini loses an edge off the boards. She'll get it back. Valentini's wrister is blocked. Nice job, McConnell. Keppel comes away with it. Back up to the line. Helmstetter with it. She better hurry. She had some pressure from Kiel. Very active PK by the Hornets. They don't give you a lot of room. Shallow angle in front. And that's Kiel to find an opening as the puck rolls into the fire zone.
Well, just defending like they defend. I mean, they defend 5-on-5 like that as well. Just don't give you any time and space.
Back up through center. It's Kaiser now. No space there. As she'll carry this one to the corner, watched by Hankinson. Kaiser walks it back up high from the left point over to the right side. Quick touch pass, Morgan. Now there's a quick wrister taken by Paydash. Now it's Kelly back in behind. Kaiser again with it. Protects and turns. She stays with it. Off the boards it goes for Morgan. Morgan pushes that one over for Paydash. She'll dance over toward the middle. That one up high off the glass. 27 to go on the power play. 1:32 to go in the hockey game. Now it's Kelly with it. Back up to the line. Off the stick of Paydash. She's going to have to regroup. And Morgan back over for Paydash. Quick touch pass to the left wing. Ooh, look at that. Nifty. Back through center. Camp. Now it's Kelly. Morgan the shot. Pad save made by Cornier. Delayed penalty. Edina takes another one to close out the game here. Don't forget, coming up at the end of tonight's game, we're going to have the Tradition Company's Player of the Game and also the Sniper's Edge Hockey Snipe of the Game. I think we know what that is.
You've already decided, it sounds like.
Yeah. We had a little on-air production meeting there when you were covering for me. There's a puck pushed off the boards, unless there's something that happens.
Well, I don't know what could happen. I mean, unless someone rings one off the pipe here or something, because it's a 4-0 game, and the meaningfulness of a goal matters to me too.
Like that, agreed. Hard off the glass. It was a really quick, intense tempo-paced start of a hockey game. It was really good. Nice student section here for the Hornets as they start to file with 30 seconds left. Good to see they stayed here from start to finish for their squad. Nice attendance here from the Fire as well. It's great to get back to the building. Helmstetter with it. They'll go behind the back pass. Limke, Valentini. That wrist shot's deflected. There's a slapper that's blocked up high by Lindborg. She's had a nice game. 8 seconds to go to the line, but not out. Now back at center. Now it's going to be picked up by Messner. Kiel is there. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. The first game of the books on Hockey Night in Minnesota, Tradition Company's Game of the Week. With our partners, KARE 11, was a pretty good one here for the Hornets.
Yeah, well, the Hornets didn't disappoint. They They did what they do.
Yeah.
This is what they do. They find a way to control the game. They find a way to defend well, timely goals. They take advantage of opportunities. In this case, 2 power plays early in the hockey game, Jungles with 2 goals. And then they just keep kind of chipping away at you. Defend and then use the opportunities that come to them. And that's how you end up winning 4-0.
It is how you do it, and they did a nice job. Both these two teams have plenty of hockey to be played, and so much can happen between now and February. And we'll see what happens here in the landscape of things. We have some business to take care of first. Let's go with the Sniper's Edge Snipe of the Game. That is going to go to the Hornets. We could almost pick one of 2. Vivian Jungles, as she scored on the power play, a pair back-to-back for Edina, with a couple of big shots that came out from the blue line. And she will be awarded the Snipe of the Game. There it is. Can't wait to show you this little graphic. Look at that. Sniper's Edge. By the way, check them out. They've got some great Cyber Monday deals, even though it's late. Now let's take a look at that goal from Vivian Jungles as she blasts away from the blue line. Yeah, all right, here we go. I think this is the second power play goal as we're pulling this one up for. There we go. Nice job, Tom Ritchie, getting it done. We'll slow this one way down, and she'll get this feed from up high, and she'll blast away. Just a quick catch. She'll walk over. They play catch back and forth, but see how they suck in the defense there. And they follow her up to she had just enough room. She lets it fly. Sedona Blair could not quite get to that one.
Well, and she did such a good job of using everyone as a screen. And that's another thing, her teammates did a good job of taking the eyes away of Blair in front of the net. She scored 2 goals from the blue line because of that. And yeah, it looks like it did catch somebody on both of her goals, but she used the bodies out there really well.
And then let's go. I'm going to put the pressure on you.
No, don't do that.
Player of the game?
Well, I mean, come on. Pressure? She had 2 goals.
I know. Well, and she played unbelievable. So
I thought you really were going to put pressure on me. That was not pressure.
Tongue in cheek.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
that's a pretty easy one. Like I said, she just keeps building and building off of that all-time.
So let's see that.
Score.
Let's see that great graphic, Tom. Player of the game. We'll put that up for you. It's the Tradition Company's Player of the Game, and it will be an Edina Hornet player for sure. As there it is, Player of the Game from Tradition Companies is Vivian Jungles.
Yep, and as we mentioned, no stranger to a family of hockey players.
They know situations.
Jets, Northern Michigan, Tella at University of Minnesota, where she will go next year and play with her sister.
Chase had a great career
at
Bedell St. Margaret's.
Yep.
Play a little junior.
So, yeah, absolutely. And Chase now works for Tradition Mortgage.
Boom.
So there you go.
Just like that.
We're just tying it all together.
It's one happy family, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it here for tonight's game. It was great to get it in the books. Friday night, it's going to be a good one. Gentry Academy, the state Class A champions from last year, will be taking on the Duluth-Denfeld Hunters. I think Duluth-Denfeld is a team that's continuing to crescendo its way to the top. And I think it's going to be great as Gentry now has made their jump into Class 2A hockey. So they're going to be creating some troubles for Hill Murray along with Stillwater and White Bear Lake. That's kind of become now a nice little deep section where people are saying, uh-oh, what's going to happen there? So plenty of hockey to be had here, and next week is a flex game. We're going to keep you in the dark until later in the week on that one, which one we decide to do.
Yeah, we're going to roll the dice like coaches do.
We are.
When they're making their lineup.
We won't juggle either, we promise. For our entire production crew here, our producer doing a great job, Tom Ritchie, thank you so much. Of course, Brandon Spratt doing the legwork with the interviews downstairs. Mike Greenlay, the entire crew here tonight. I'm Pete Wagner. Good night, everybody.